Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're in House Flipper. We're at the Many Generations house, which looks very reminiscent of something that we've seen before. So I've decided that interior I'm going to change it a little bit. Ha 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 ha. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the great big knock it down till, as you can see I did paint it all blue outside. That is a bit of a bright blue for the outside, but I've painted all the way around and I kind of like it. Because with the little white trims on the edges it looks quite good. So what I've decided I want to do is knock all of this out. We've got a little bathroom here, I want to keep that. We've got a bedroom here which I am tempted to keep, but it's quite small actually. So there are two things we could do. We could knock this out and make this whole big back area one room, or we could knock all of this out and make this whole sort of front area one great big room. That's not a big bedroom, is it? It's quite a small bedroom. Why are all these rooms so titchy? Right, what we're going to do is we're going to knock this out, I think. So from where the door is, we're going to make all of this open plan. So that all we've got is the one bedroom and the bathroom that are separate rooms. Everything else is just going to be one huge room, and then we're going to see what we can do with this huge space. Might be a bit of a crazy idea, but I just think it's time to do something completely different because the house is a little bit familiar. I'm sure we've had this exact layout in one of the other options. I think the house before the house after the flood, maybe. It's the exact same house, but they've just made different things to deal with in the house. So I want it to be different. And besides, we don't use this sledgehammer very often. The sledgehammer it all. Yeah. Sledgehammer. Oh, actually, where's the wall for the bedroom? Oh, have I just knocked into the bedroom? I have. I've just knocked into the bedroom, haven't I? I've just knocked into the bedroom. Okay, maybe that wasn't such a good idea, Kitty. I think we'll have to come back and sort that out in a bit. Let's knock all this wall out over here. Yep, the whole thing's got to go. Sledgehammer it all. Put your back into it. There we go. Oh, new skill point. Demolition has more points. Oh, right. So let's see, what have we done? Faster demolition. 10% more. Big professional. Ooh, do we go 100% faster or a bigger hammer? Or more muscle strength? Ooh, let's have a big hammer, shall we? Cool. So we have still got a few points to do. Look at demolition. See, I haven't done a lot of demolition. Need to do more demolition. More demolition, Kitty! Oh, look. Yeah, it's changed the colour of the hammer. Look. It's now got a yellow handle. It didn't have a yellow handle before. I'm sure it didn't. What a clean home. Oh, while I'm sledgehammering it, she says, what a clean home. Yeah. Not quite so clean anymore. We've now got a load of debris from all the knocking everything down. Oh, look, there's a bit there. Inconvenient, leaving that little tiny bit there, wasn't it? Right. Whack it with your hammer, Kitty. Right, let's demolish this wall, and then let's see how much trouble I'd caused to that bedroom wall. I think I knocked into the bedroom, not the bathroom. I thought that was a straight wall, but it wasn't. The bathroom appears to be set back a tiny bit because that was linked to the hallway. So where the hallway met the main room, that gave the bedroom a tiny bit more space, I think. Right, is it all gone? Oh. Wait, it's left... Seriously? You're going to leave sockets floating in mid-air? It's left sockets floating in mid-air after I've deleted the... No. Seriously? Ah, thank goodness it will let me. Ah, I was just going to say, you can't just leave a socket floating in midair. That's just, oh no. Crazy. Right, so, sledgehammer, because it's not quite. That's a little bit there. Right, so that's shifted all of that. Right. So, we need, we're going to have to put this back, because that would look really crazy to not have. Yeah. That does look slightly odd to have that there like that though. See, if I bring that all the way across, could we... does look a little odd like that, doesn't it, with the wall like that. Do you know what? I'm going to take the whole thing down and I'm going to bring it forward. We're changing the house. We're making it different. There we go. I've gone a little mad with the demolition hammer, guys. Right, if I get that, okay, I want to, can I remove that? Can I build a wall? Right, so if I build the wall, whoops. Oh, nope, where's it going? Right, look, missed a gap, right, gap. Right, so it's 3 or 4 wide for the 1, 2, 3, 4 wide for a door. So that's, we want the lintel then, don't we, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so that's right. That's the where the lintel is 4 wide for the door. Right, so can I get rid of that? No, I can't. I don't know why it won't let you sell the sockets, because you want to try and put the things in different places. See, I painted through the window in the last episode. I don't understand why it would let you paint through the window. That just doesn't seem right at all, does it? Right, so that's, yeah, so we've got a slight extension in the space for the bathroom, and then we've got our little bedroom, and then we've got this big open space now for the living room, kitchen, diner, whatever you want it to be. Cool. We have got quite a few, well, I was just going to say we've got quite a few single people. We've got 3 sets of single people, so we could make it a single bedroom, couldn't we? Right, so let's think about this. Are we happy with a brown floor, or do we want something a little different? So, definitely don't want tile. Panels and coverings. Should we stick with the brown floor that we have, or should we go for something else, do you think? I don't mind the floor that we've got. I wonder if we should go for something darker. Do you know, I don't think I've used this. I don't think I've used this. What does this look like? I wonder what this looks like. Let's put it in the bedroom and see what it looks like. Quite like that, actually. I'm going to make it throughout for the now we need to find the gaps. Right, So that can go across there and across there. And then there's this inset corner bit over here to do. And then at the back by the door here, so it's too wide all the way across. And right in the edge where the door is. Is that everything? Let's check. We've got all the bits, yeah? Yeah, good. Right, now for the bathroom we're going to want tiling, obviously. Now, are we going to keep it brown throughout, or are we going to do something a little different in there? What do you think? Would those brown tiles be just boring, or should we try this? I don't think I've really used these because I kind of think they're boring. Which is an odd way of going. Actually, they're not too bad. Not really used those brown because I thought they looked a little odd. That's not bad at all, actually, is it? Okay, so what kind of tiles should we have on the walls to go with, so walls, tile, what should we have on the walls to go with that brown? We don't want the brown on the walls as well. How about the 2 shades of ceramic and cream? Because that's got that accent of brown, hasn't it? And it's a tile that we don't tend, I don't think I tend to use that. Or we could go for the sepia. Oh look, the scarlet ones, they're new. Definitely don't match what we were thinking of doing here, I don't think, do they? I think these ones. And I think we're going to need a couple of stacks at least of that. Oh, did I not click buy many? I clicked buy now, didn't I? So let's have 3. I think that might be. Oops, I keep pressing the wrong button, don't I? Don't know why I do that actually. Tiling. So we'll start by the side of the door here, and we will go round, because you see the accent of the brown, you see, we keep the browning, kind of matches, doesn't it? Kind of want to tie the house together with a similar colour scheme all the way through. So I want to kind of be traditional sort of browns and earthy tones and tie the whole house in together. So I think today's episode we've done a lot of demolition work, and we'll try and do the tiling, and we might start some painting, or at least plan what colours we're going to be painting, so that in the next episode we can be thinking about starting to decorate the interior with the furnishings and fixtures and fittings and things, as we've picked our colour palette by the end of today. At least that is the plan in Kitty's little head, so that in House Flipper we can be working on our interior design. There we go. So I think we've got most of the fittings that we need in this bathroom, haven't we? So if we just keep going around with the tiling, let's see if I brought enough tiles. Did I? I don't know, maybe not. We might need more, because tiles seem to not go very far when you start tiling. It's the same in real life, you always need a lot more than you think, but then in real life that can also be added to by the fact that it's really easy to break the tiles in the wrong place, even if you've got the right cutting tools. You still tend to break in the wrong places. I have done some tiling myself, and the tiling I think is one of the worst jobs to try and do yourself. So if you're on a bit of a budget, I definitely would recommend paying a professional to do your tiling if you can possibly stretch to it, because you'll be really upset with yourself if you try and do it yourself without the experience. I can tell you, it gets very, very frustrating with the trying to cut tiles when you don't really know what you're doing, and then you end up paying a fortune to buy the correct cutting tools, and you can still make a mess by breaking things wrong. So yeah, definitely get a professional to do your tiling. It will save you a lot of heartache and a lot of headache. But tiling in the game is so much simpler than real life. Look, you don't even have to cut any to make them fit the gaps. Everything fits perfectly. No wastage at all. I'm definitely going to have to buy at least one more stack, aren't I, for this? Right, so we're going to need one more. Buy now, please. And back to the tiling. Let's finish this space off under the... Remember how bad it looked, look. Makes a huge difference, doesn't it? It looks like a completely different house already. Now, don't forget the edges of the windows. There we go. And one more there. And one more there. And over here, one there. One there for that little gap there. Right, did we do that one over there? Yes, so now we need to do above the window. We're going to have to buy another one, aren't we? I think we might need another one. Yep, definitely going to need another one. Buy one more, kitty. This might be enough this time. Back to the tiling. Let's grab those and just fill in that little gap above there. It would look really odd if I just missed that little gap, wouldn't it? And we've got some light switch or something on the floor there. We'll need to pick that up, tidy up a little bit. Probably when we were demolishing it, kind of flew across the room. Interesting that, because of the way the room is, that's all plain across there, and here we've got the pattern running like it would run up and down the room instead of just being plain. Must be to do with how the game's programmed for turning things round. If that was my house, I'd be kind of upset by the fact that the pattern runs along like that and then is plain over here. I think the plain looks much better. If I had the choice, I would have made it plain. Right, now let's check. I don't think I've missed anything, but let's be sure before we sell the few that we've got left. Right, so sell those. Now, can I sell that? Remove, thank you. Can I remove this? I really want to remove that, but it won't let me. And it won't let me remove that one where I've put the wall. That looks a little odd there, but it won't let me remove that. Right, so that is the bathroom prepared for us to do the actual furnishings. And we've done the floors everywhere, so we've got a bedroom and a living room. So let's think about colours. I've kind of gone for the brown idea, haven't I? So if we go to walls and we go to... Let's have a look. Do we have any... Let's have a look at the wall panels. I don't think they added new wall panels, so I think we've still got the ones that we had before. I don't think there was anything new added. What have we got with the style of this room? I don't think I really want to... Do you know what? I kind of like the idea of having a brick feature wall, but I think I'd like to do it in the bedroom, and I think I want to make it that small wall there. So let's try that. So when they were renovating, they decided to leave one wall without plaster on it as a feature of the house. See, this outside would look quite nice, but it would be a really big job to go and do the brick all the way around the outside of the house. It would look really nice, I think, but it would be quite a big job to do. The painting is so much simpler. But yeah, I think that might work quite nicely. So we'll sell the little bit that's left, and then we'll go to paint for the rest of the room. So if we're going for paint, I think for in here we're going to want a fairly dark colour maybe. So if we think about browns and creams and things, because that's kind of where I've gone. Cocoa, is that too... What about cocoa for the bedroom? So let's paint the cocoa. Let's try it next to our... Oh, I quite like that actually. I don't actually need to do the door frame, do I? Because as soon as I put a door in, it's going to hide it, unless we leave it open. But you're not going to want to open plan into your a living room into your bedroom, unless the whole area is open like a loft, and then you'd want it to be different, wouldn't you? Yeah. So let's paint across here. Don't forget into the door, into the window frames. I just said door frames. I always say the wrong words, don't I? There we go. Oh, more paint. Use the paint up really quite quick, don't we? And that's where we were doing the filling, isn't it, before? Oh, look at the way it's kind of covering it, yeah. That's kind of odd. This is where we put the plaster filling in, look, and it's got like a little line, look, at the edge of the... that's slightly odd. A little bit more paint. It's quite a small room, and we made it very dark, so that'll make it feel a little bit smaller. So when we're putting furniture in, we're going to have to be careful that we don't make it feel too cluttered. Nearly done with the painting in this room, haven't we? Which then just leaves us the big open plan room. So that's the bedroom room. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And then we've got this big open plan area now. I think it might make sense to put like a kitchen in this area. Maybe a table and stuff over here, and a chair, or maybe a chair. Oh, I'm not. I do think kind of the cabinets over here for the kitchen would be quite good, in which case we do not want a radiator there. So we'd probably have the fridge here because that's where the sockets are, and then we could go around in a corner, or we could just have a small flat area for the kitchen perhaps. And then this area would be loungy area. Now, do we make it completely loungy, or do we put a table in? I'm not 100% sure at this point. So, and we do still have a radiator point over here. Yeah, right, so paint. Paint. Actually, we are going to want tiles, aren't we, if we're going to put in a... Right, so we use these in the bathroom. So, let's think. Shall we use the mosaic, the sepia mosaic tiles for the kitchen space? So what we want to do is do this across this wall here. Across here. To keep our earthy and creamy and browny earthy tones for this one. We've opened up the space so that we've got a bigger living space, but it's an open plan style of house instead of sticking to the room plan like we often have in the past with the builds that we've been doing in House Flipper. I've often stuck to the plan of the house. We've not really done a lot of changing the houses. Kind of like to play with the houses as they've been designed to start with, and then maybe branch out a bit more later on. So maybe replace some of the houses later and do a lot more demolition and rejigging the way the rooms work. But we haven't played through all of the houses yet on screen, so I would like to continue going through them until we've played all of them on screen, and then maybe we can go back for some of your favourites or some of the ones that you think really could use an interior rejig, and then we can think about how we could change them to make them better interior wise. That's nearly all of this wall done, isn't it? Just that little bit above the window now. Nearly there. 3 more maybe? Yeah, I think 3 now too. There we go. And then goodbye. And then back for paint. Walls, paint. So we've got light cream, grey beige, a delicate cacao, light biscuit, natural beige, light vanilla. I think those really are the colours we could go for. So how about a light vanilla and something as a contrast to the light vanilla, about the light biscuit. Okay, so if we paint the darker colour across the end wall here, there we go. That paint actually went really far, didn't it? Right, so that's all the way over that wall. And then how about the two? Let's do opposite walls, shall we? Shall we do the dark across the two end walls and the paler across the front and back? Let's try that, see how that looks. More paint. And under the window. More paint. And between the windows. And under the window. And over the window. More paint. Ooh, I hope there's enough. No, more paint. Oh, that's starting to look quite empty. Made it! Provided I didn't miss any bits, we made it. I think we made it. Right, and then the paler one will go along this side bit here. And round the corner to the door. So that does quite well match those tiles, doesn't it? I'm quite happy with that. It's a nice match. So that's the light biscuit. It's a really good match for that. Look at that. Really cool. The light biscuit matches the sepia tiles really well. Oh, not quite enough for that bit. Final stripe on this front. And then we go to the back and we paint the back wall in the pale colour as well, the light biscuit colour. And then we've prepared the canvas of our house in order for us to be able to start popping the furniture in next week's episode. So I'm just going to finish painting this out. And then next week we will be thinking about furnishing in at least one or two maybe of these rooms. Depending on how long it takes me to do each of them. We'll either have another 2, maybe 3 episodes, depending on how much furniture we put into the rooms and how long it takes me to decide which ones to use. So just go around this corner, try to be careful not to paint over our blue. Nearly there now, aren't we? And that's starting to look quite empty as well, that can. We're doing quite well here, I think. For 2 cans might be just enough to finish the job. So there we are in our many generations house. And we're just about finished, so hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From Soft Kitty 99, goodbye and happy gaming!